To you. Happy midday Monday to you. God bless you, everybody. Pray that all is well with you and you all are having a God bless Monday afternoon. For this is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. I would say this is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice, for he has made me glad. I'm a little late, guys, a few minutes late. Sometimes I don't always get on right at 12 noon, depending on what I got going on during the day. But I don't always get on exactly at 12. But I'm here. God bless me to be here today. And I'm grateful to the Lord. I'm just leaving the yard and got to head to run some more errands. Well, it seems like your job is never done. But good evening to everybody that's coming in. I'm actually driving, so I'm going to be periodically looking at the camera, looking down at the screens. But I want to say good evening to everybody that's coming in. God bless you. Pray that all is well. You all are having a God bless Monday afternoon. Happy midday Monday to you. Boy, what a busy week. What a busy weekend I had, but God allowed me to make it through. And he is my present help in the time of trouble. And he's your present help in any time. It don't necessarily have to be trouble, but that's what the scripture says. But he'll be your present help in any situation. But he was my strength. And he is the one that I lean on, the one that I turn to. He's always there for me, and I'm grateful to him for just being so good and so faithful, so kind, so merciful, and continue to pray for one another. Let's continue to pray for all the bereaved families. There were a total of 3 passings within the DTWC / my family on my mother's side, and also a close pastor friend of mine. They lost their daughter this week, so there was a total of 3 homegoing services that took place this past weekend. And I just want to solicit all of your prayers. Continue to pray for all of the bereaved families and those that have lost loved ones this past week and weekend across the world. Just pray for people in general. We all know what it's like to lose loved ones. We all know what it's like to grieve and to mourn and to miss those that we love and are precious to us and are dear to our hearts. On Saturday, I had to utilize one of the members, and then I had to preach yesterday morning for yesterday's service. So when God calls you to a thing, he will give you the strength and the grace to do what you are required and obligated to do. And it was a pleasure and an honor to see so many people that I haven't seen in a while. And but God really blessed us, and let's continue to pray for the Williams family, the Wutler family, and the Falk family. It was the widow of one of my pastor friends. Her daughter passed away. So let's continue to pray for all of those families. All right. Okay, guys. I'm going to get right to the nugget today. I'm grateful, blessed to be back in the saddle again to serve you all. This is another Monday. God has blessed us to live and to be here 7 more days. 7 more days, guys. God is really good. But today, Mr. Favor, he wants to share some more nuggets with you guys as it relates to how to operate business or whatever you do as far as like offering services. And let me stop and first show my thanks and my gratitude to everybody that be tuning in and supporting these videos. Thank you guys. I really do appreciate your support, sharing the videos. I run into so many people out here. I ran into quite few people last week. Actually, I was in different cities hauling and working, and I ran into some people who stopped at restaurants and stores and things like that, and I met people that watching the videos and they're being blessed by it, and it was such a joy to meet new people and to hear the testimonies and the praise reports of what God is doing through these videos. And so to God be praised. Of course, we give all glory, all honor to God. He gets all the glory, all the honor, brothers and sisters, and continue to pray for these ministries, and that God will continue to use them to do his will and his work. Good evening to everybody that's coming in. I'm driving, so I'm trying to keep my eyes on the road. I'm not able to see who all is on, but please forgive me. Just trying to be safe, keep my eyes on the road. Trying to get everything done today that I got to get done so I can be back ready to go. Be back in the saddle tonight to serve you. We're going back into that great segment. I got some more great stuff to share with you guys, and it's going to really be good. But all right, let's get to the nugget. Today I want to talk about customer service. Customer service. If you're going to be in business and you're going to serve people, do business, you're going to have to deal with your customers, your clients. Your customer service is one of the greatest assets you have as it relates to your business. Okay? Customer service. A lot of businesses, they do not have great customer service. I'm telling you. You got to be able to communicate. You gotta be good listeners as it relates to customer service. You gotta listen to the customer, because it is the customer that is paying you to render your service. You have to do it according to their request. Don't do the job because you all about the money. See, when you about the money, you don't consider the customer and their needs. So you're going to do sloppy jobs. You're going to do half the work. You're going to try to cut corners. You're going to try to save you money, and at the same time still cost them money. That's not you. If you're going to, part of your customer service is to try to save the customer money, because if you know that the customer can get good quality service and they don't have to pay a lot of money in order to get that, and you can save them money in certain ways, they will appreciate that, and it will show them that you really care about them, not just what they are needing you to do, but you actually care about them as a person. And this is how a customer becomes a consistent customer. So you want people to become a consistent customer so that they can continue to add to your business. It is the satisfied customer that helps your business to grow. It is the satisfied customer that causes people to come to you for service, because the best advertisement is word of mouth. Word of mouth is one of the greatest advertisements there is. Word of mouth. All it takes is for a satisfied customer to share their experience with you as it relates to your business and what you offer, and then they tell another person that tells another person, and then, all they have to do is be in a certain setting. They can be in a certain room, and it could be full of people within that room looking for a particular service, and all they got to do is drop your name, because of the experience and the service, the good service that they were satisfied with when you came to render to them what they needed you to do. All they got to do is drop your name. And so many people can come through one person to you, and that increases your business. And I've gotten, I can't even tell you how much business that I have received and I have gotten, because word of mouth, doing good work, satisfying the customer's needs, going that extra mile to make sure that they are satisfied. You don't do a job to your satisfaction. You do the job according to the customer's satisfaction. Okay. Now, of course, you're going to put your best foot forward. Good evening to everybody that's coming in. God bless you. Happy Midday Monday to you. You're hanging out with Mr. Favor today, sharing the Midday Monday Nugget. We're talking about customer service. And so, ladies and gentlemen, always remember, you are doing the work according to the satisfaction of the customer, not so much to your satisfaction. It's for their satisfaction. They have to be pleased with the work that you do. And the only way that you expect the customer to be pleased with the work that you do is you got to do that which they ask you to do. And please, if you don't know how to do something, let the customer know. Don't take on a job that you are not able to do. Too many times, our ambition or our greed try to cause us to take on things that we may not have experience or expertise in, and then sometimes we take it on assuming that we can get somebody else to do it. But you gotta talk to people first before you take on certain assignments and certain tasks and certain jobs. You can't just take on a job and then just assume somebody is going to do the work for you and you haven't discussed it with them first. That's not good business. That's very unprofessional. You're not organized. And so, how you doing? Somebody was walking across in front of me in the parking lot, and they were speaking to me. That's very rare these days, because folks will just walk right in front of you, don't speak. Anyway, that's another segment. But anywho, as I digress, gotta make sure I'm paying attention to what I'm doing. So customer service is very key, guys. You are there to serve the customer. They are paying you to do a job. And again, as I said before, I done received countless jobs based upon satisfied customers. People, were satisfied with the work, the service, and and they told another person, or I was on a job doing a job for someone, and the neighbors was watching, and they came outside and said, hey, I would like to get my driveway done, or I would like to put rock in my parking lot. Will you be willing to do that? And I'll be like, yes, sir, or yes, ma'am, and we'll go from there. But it's all in your service. It's all in your personality, communication, your attitude. All of that plays a part in customer service. And I'm going to tell you, people will recommend you. People will help you to grow your business. They will help you to expand. And again, if you don't know how to do something, just let the customer know that, yes, I do this, but I don't offer this particular service. Okay. Be honest with people up front. And that way, you won't have to waste their time and they won't have to waste your time. So be honest with people up front. This is something that I offer. I don't do this, but I can take care of that. Or I know someone who works or offers that service. Will it be okay if I send them your way? Or can we exchange contact information and I'll let you take it from there? Simply put, guys. And that way, you won't have to be misleading, stringing people along, trying to take on something that you're not able to handle, okay? Integrity and honesty should be one of your greatest assets in business, especially as Christian business. Now, I'm a Christian business, so I have to represent, I have to carry myself as a Christian business. I got to do business as a Christian business. And I don't need my name tarnished. I don't need the company's name tarnished, because Favor Trucking represents the kingdom. It represents Christ. So I don't need somebody, giving Favor Trucking a bad name because of what I have done, the service that I've rendered, or something that I did not do. I just had a job 2 weeks ago, I want to say. Probably 2 weeks ago, just to give you an example. I had a job 2 weeks ago. The customer ordered so many loads of stone. Well, when I got to the job, the contractor had actually miscalculated how much stone that was going to be needed for the job. Well, the contractor did not tell the customer. Now, this is a good example, guys. The contractor did not tell the customer that they did not need the amount of stone that they initially said they needed, and they did not change the bid and what have you. They kept it the same, and they was dishonest. See, what happened was the customer found out that they did not need all the stone. Well, the contractor did not communicate that. They still wanted to charge them for the stone. And what the contractor planned to do was charge this customer for amount of loads of stone that they did not need. And they had a job not too far from that particular job site. They was going to take the stone that was already paid for and use it on another job and charge that customer for the stone that somebody else paid for. So that would have been more money in their pocket that they walked away with. See, guys, that's bad business. That is crooked. That is dishonest. That is unprofessional. And that kind of stuff should not be named and labeled among Christian businesses. It shouldn't be labeled among no business, period. Whether you're Christian or non-Christian. You should not be operating like that, taking advantage of other people and their hard-earned work and they work hard for their money. They trust you. See, that's one thing we got to understand. People trust you. They trust you to do a good job. They trust you with their property. They trust you with their personal belongings and things like that. You coming on somebody's property, they are trusting you. And then only to discover you're trying to take advantage of them. So when I got called in, it was a contractor that I do business with on a regular basis. And they called me in because I do all of their hauling. I take care of all of their hauling needs. And so they called me in and they told me what the situation was. I actually went out to the site because I don't like to try to go on other people's jobs, and I don't operate like that. I'm not a person that tries to undercut other companies, that try to go behind somebody's back and take work and stuff like that. I don't feel you got to do that. If you do good work and you have a good name in the business world, in the community, your gift will make room for you and bring you before great men. I don't feel you have to go behind people's back and try to steal work and take work, and I just don't believe in that. If you got to do all of that, then you're not a good business person, and you can't be trusted. Okay, so but I went out to the site. I got cleared by the owner of the property. I actually spoke to the owner of the property that was getting the work done. He gave me the permission to go out to the site. I went out to the site. I surveyed the land. It was a big piece of property. They told me what they wanted done. They told me what they had asked this particular company to do. And again, this particular company told the customer, this goes back to the point that I was making about if you don't have the means or you don't have the ability to do something, don't tell a customer that you can do it so that in order to get the job. Problem was, this company was a grading company, but they don't have any trucks. Well, they bidded on the job, told the customer that they would take care of both the grading and the trucking. They didn't have no trucks. So they bidded the job, and they also ordered too much rock that was needed for the job. So this was a mess. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times as a business, sometimes you are called in, and sometimes when you are called in to some messy situations, guys. Sometimes you come in on a job, things can be laid out. It could be professionally orchestrated. It's a smooth transition. Then there are other times you got to come in. Somebody have left the job. They have abandoned the site. They've left a lot of things undone. No communication, no nothing. They just pull out, leave. And sometimes you come on a job and you have to, you walk into some messy situations, guys. And so you have to be prepared for that as well, okay? The choice is still yours. It's still your decision, whether you want to take it on or not. Sometimes you don't have to. Sometimes, you do. But, it all depends. But we remember, as businesses, we are supposed to be solutions. That's what we do, We in the business of solutions. We bring solutions. We bring answers. So, don't let that intimidate you. Don't let that discourage you, because that's what we do. We help solve problems. So don't let a problem discourage you from taking on a job. If you're able to do that job, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, get your hands dirty, but it's going to bring some more business, and then you're going to be able to help somebody solve their problems. And you never know where that's going to lead. You never know where that's going to lead, and you don't know who you helping. You know, and that's that same person that God blesses you to help, they may be a blessing to you later on down the road. You just never know. So I got to the job, surveyed it, looked at it, and it was a lot. So I said to the owner of the land, I said, well, this is what we need to do. He gave me the rundown. He told me everything that went on. And while I was on the site talking to the owner, the contractor shows up, because they pretty much had already fired them. They told them that, go ahead and finish what you need to finish and come and get your equipment and move off site. That's pretty much what it boiled down to. And so as I was there talking to the owner and the customer, the contractor shows up, and they was moving their equipment, getting it out. And so the customer leaves. The customer says, well, I got to go to another site, check on another job. I'll let you assess the site. You call me when you're done. Let me know what I need, how much would it cost to get this job completed, and we'll go from there. The customer leaves. The contractor approaches me. And let me show you how unprofessional sometimes people can be. As I'm standing there assessing and surveying the job, this particular contractor, never mind how they treated the customer, this particular contractor was trying to hire me, to recruit me to haul for them, and disregarding this particular job that they did not finish, that they did not complete, that they tried to get over on the customer, and had the audacity to try to hire me to take care of all their hauling needs. Oh, I got plenty of jobs. I got jobs everywhere. I'm behind. I got so much work. I'm behind. If I can get you to haul for me. And I'm sitting there like, now, mind you, if it's about the money, a lot of people would jump on that. It ain't about the money with me, guys. It's about integrity. It's about doing good business because I represent the God that I serve. It's not about the money. Because you can lower your standards and you can compromise and you can come in agreement with wrongdoing behind money and got the nerve to call it blessings. That's not a blessing, guys. When you're taking from people and you're taking advantage of people, that's not God blessing you. That's not God opening up a door for you, because the intent and the motive behind it is not right. So we need to stop calling blessings calling opportunities blessings that are not blessings at all, because it's not coming out of honesty, professionalism. It's not coming out of integrity, and so we got to stop that. The Lord opened up a door. The Lord made a way. No. God has nothing to do with that. Okay, keep God separate from the ungodly things. Thank you very much. I don't agree with that at all. Can't do wrong and be crooked and take advantage of people and then call it a blessing. Absolutely not. So I told the gentleman, I said, no, I don't operate like that. I said, the only reason why I'm here is because the contractor that called me over here is business partners with this customer. So I'm not going to go behind their backs to do work for you. That's not how that works. I'm here to, serve them, to make sure their job is completed. And in the process of that, guys, in surveying the job, I realized that all that rock they ordered that the customer didn't even need. So I told the customer, I said, I can actually save you some money, because a lot of the rock that has been ordered, you're not going to need all this rock. As a matter of fact, we end up finishing the job. Favor Trucking ended up finishing the job. The customer was very satisfied. Saved them some money. They didn't have to spend extra money for something that they didn't need. And let me tell you how that worked out. Wasn't expecting it. I was doing what was right, because right is in me. See, you can't expect a person to do what's right if doing right is not in them. You got to have the do right in you in order to do right. And wasn't even expecting the customer to respond the way that they did. And the customer said to me, he says, I appreciate your honesty. Thank you for coming in, helping me finish this project. And this is what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to pay you extra on top of what you have already bidded and what I owe you. I'm going to pay you extra because I appreciate your honesty. I thank you for being truthful with me. And I thank you for saving me money. You could have kept that money. You could have took that money, and I wouldn't have never known, because I thought I was paying for what I needed. But the fact that you told me that I didn't need all of that, and you was honest with me, this is what I'm going to do for you to show you I appreciate what you've done. And so that's how the Lord blesses you. It is your integrity, your honesty, your professionalism that causes you to be blessed. Okay, guys? Now, I know I'm not talking to everybody. I'm only talking to the people that really wants to do business right. Honestly, you will always have somebody to critique and criticize everything you do. And those are the ones that are the crooked ones. Those are the ones that wants to do it the illegal way, the ungodly way. I don't really entertain people like that, because they never get ahead. Every time you out to get over on somebody, you never get ahead. It may look like you are. You may see money come. You may feel like you've gotten away, but you're not going to get ahead. It's always going to be something that follows what you do. It's always going to be something follows what you do. And not realizing that your reputation precedes you. A person can do business with you, and because you didn't operate right, they're not going to call you again, but they're going to talk about you though. See, that's what people don't realize. Your people going to talk about your service. They're going to talk about your business, and they're going to tell other people, don't fool with him, don't deal with her. And that's the stuff you don't know. So while you sitting back criticizing, you don't realize your name is not being utilized. I mean, I know a lot of businesses right now, they sit back and criticize and laugh and make fun of everybody else. But I know personally that they don't have a good name in the business world. So while they sitting there laughing and criticizing people, they not getting no work. And they wonder why they can't move ahead. They wonder why they can't move no further. They wonder why they're not being considered or called upon as much. So you don't have to worry about those type of people. Don't give attention to the critics. Don't worry about the criticizers, because a lot of times, and what I've also discovered was people that sit back and criticize, they might be jealous of you. I'm not a big fan of that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know me. I don't sit around and waste time talking about haters and jealous, who's jealous of you and this, that, and the other. But the truth of the matter is, some folk, if all they can do is sit back and talk about you and while you're trying to do what's right, it makes you wonder why is it that they always want to criticize everything you do? So I just want to throw that in there too, guys. I want to encourage somebody, because somebody may be going through that moment. If you're going to be a successful business, you got to get delivered from other people's opinions. Okay, you got to get delivered from other people's opinions. You got to get delivered from other people's perspectives, and all of that. People gonna talk about you. That's life. You know what I mean? That's life. You can't stop them. You can't stop them. Cause if you do good, they're gonna talk. If you don't do good, they're gonna talk. You can't stop them. So you just got to keep moving, keep going. Use it as fuel. Use it to motivate you to continue to keep doing what you're doing. You know what I mean? So that's how that went. I just wanted to share that because I know I went a little long, but sometimes you got to take time to talk to people, and that was the whole thing in a nutshell. So I end up getting more work through that particular customer, a guy that I've never met, but he was a business partner of a contractor that I do all the hauling for. Met this guy. This guy has other jobs, but it was the integrity, it was the honesty that caused the business to grow. Word of mouth. Okay? So now I have expanded in the area of more customers simply because I done right by that one person. That one person has now God has used to open up many doors for more work. That's how it goes, guys. So that's all I'm trying to tell you. So do right, have good customer service, treat people with respect, be honest, don't try to take advantage of people. Don't be in it for the money. Be in it for being a solution and an answer to help people's lives become better. And now I get it. There's some people out there, it doesn't matter what you do, you ain't gonna satisfy them. You know, there's some people, some customers, it's never good enough. You could do it. You can do the job, and they're gonna find something. Well, again, it's your choice whether to continue to service them or not. Okay, it's still up to you. So you can keep them as a customer. That's your choice, or you can, talk to them, communicate, and say, at this time in my business, I'm going to make some changes, and I'm going to give you some recommendations of some other people that maybe can service your needs and things like that. And they offer the same service I do, and take it from there. Be professional about it. Even when you about to stop offering service to a certain customer, be professional about it. Don't just not show up, cut off all communication and all of that. Don't be messy. Okay, that's messy. That's very messy, unprofessional. Communicate. You know what I mean? Communicate with the customer. Okay, let them know. Say, hey, listen, I'm going in a different direction. I'm making some changes in my business, and this particular service I would no longer be offering. But I do have some recommendations of some other businesses that offer the service that you're seeking. Simple as that. It's all about communication, being honest. And please, another thing, don't be talking about your customers, because you don't know who. And you sitting there talking about your customers, but they paying you. They putting money in your pocket, and then you sit and talk about them. Don't do that. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Don't run your customers down, and they're the ones putting money in your account. Okay? You just never know who knows who. I'm telling y'all this for a reason, because I've seen it done, and I've seen people talk about their customers, and then the customers, they get back to the customers, and then the customers end up not doing business with them anymore, and then they get mad. and they pull up on the job and somebody else is on the job doing the work, and they trying to figure out what went wrong. Well, what went wrong was you was talking junk about your customer, and somebody went back and told it, and now the customers no longer want to do business with you. That's not good, guys. Don't do that. Please don't do that. If you got a problem with your customer, you communicate that with your customer. Don't be talking junk about your customer. If you got a problem, if there's an issue, if you don't like certain things that your customer may be doing or want you to do, communicate that with the customer. Get rid of that with a conversation. A simple discussion can resolve a lot of problems. Okay? Discuss it with your customer. Okay? Don't be talking about stuff to other people when you can just simply discuss it with your customer. Simply put. All right? Very simple, guys. These are just some nuggets, some principles that I'm just sharing with you all. They do work. I work them every day. And it also opens up other doors for business partners and things like that. I mean, business, let me tell you something. I got to go. I know time flies by when you're having a good discussion. I mean, good thing about these nuggets and these segments, I don't be on here babbling. I ain't saying a bunch of nothing. I'm actually sharing information. They're really, really educational. They're inspirational, and they're encouraging, very informative. So I'm not on here just wasting time, just saying a whole bunch of nothing, you know. 'Cause my time is valuable just like yours. So I don't believe in wasting your time, and I don't believe in wasting mine. But one of the things that I want to say is, in business, the trust factor is very slim. It's very slim, guys. It's very hard to find people that you can actually trust in the business world, versus whether you're a small business, you're a mid-sized business, or you're a large corporation. Trustworthy people is hard to find, hard to come by, slim pickings. You hear me? Even down to family members. You can't even trust a lot of times your own family members as it relates to business, because they talk too much. They talk too much. I don't know. I just don't understand it. But it's hard to find people that you can really trust, because too many people talk too much. They don't know how to keep things in confidence. They don't know how to hold information. They talk too much. And that's what makes it hard for business owners to be able to trust anybody, even down to family members. I talk to people all the time, and these are the complaints that I hear. This is the things that I get from other people. So I'm just sharing, and I can relate to them. You know, I can relate. You know, you tell somebody don't say nothing, and they get right on the phone, or they get around their friends or their cliques, and they just start telling all your business. And the best thing for you to do is keep it to yourself. Keep to yourself. Stay private, and put people on a need-to-know basis. Okay? I'm telling you. Take it from me now. You ain't got to listen, but I promise you, I know what I'm talking about. And this is why I don't have a lot of drama and a lot of stuff going on over here in the favor camp, because I keep the busybodies, I keep the gossipers, I keep the naysayers, I keep the critics, I keep all them folk out of my business. I keep them out. Some folk, they just call you just to want to know your business. You ain't got to answer them phone calls. And you ain't being rude, you ain't being mean, that ain't being ungodly. That's protecting your assets. That's protecting your business. Your business is your assets. Y'all not hearing what I'm saying. One of your greatest assets is your private business, your personal business. That's an asset. You don't let anybody in. You don't tell everybody that. No. And some phone calls you got to ignore because you already know it's a phone call that is set out to try to get into your business. Okay? You don't have to answer every call. You don't have to respond to every text. Okay? So I just want to say that if you find somebody that you can trust, I mean really, really trust, confide in, you're a rich person, because that is rare. Okay? That is very rare. Especially in business. People talk. They're gonna talk. And you could be way over here. If you tell the wrong person your business, everybody in town gonna hear about it. And then you're gonna be surrounded by a bunch of hungry sharks. And next thing you know, you out the loop. And somebody else got your work. Learn how to protect your assets, your business, your personal and your private business. Okay? That's all I got to say, guys. I pray that you all enjoyed the Nugget today. I really enjoyed it. I'm actually riding around taking care of business and getting stuff done. And so getting ready for a new chapter in Favor Trucking story. We're getting ready to turn the page onto some other things and about to open up a new chapter. God is blessing Favor Trucking, and I'm so grateful to the Lord for what he has done with this business. How many lives and how many souls, how many people have been blessed. Lives have been changed, and it's just been a blessing. So continue to keep me, Mr. Favor, and Favor Trucking in your prayers, and continue to pray for AGA too. He needs your prayers too. He'll be back tonight at 7 p.m. Y'all come back and hang out with AGA. He'll be back tonight dealing with Where Has the Fellowship Gone. But this is Mr. Favor, and it's been a joy to share the Nugget with you guys. I pray that it was a blessing to you. You learned something, share it, please. Apply it, use it in your businesses, and let it bless your life, guys. All right? I have so many other assets I want to share with you guys. You know, I tell people, I don't mind sharing, don't mind telling you the good, the bad, and the ugly. I want to tell you about the ugly and the bad because I don't want you to make the same mistakes that I made. I could save you a lot of time, save you a lot of money, and help you to succeed and be the best business owner you can be. All right? Continue to do great work, guys. Continue to be professional, be honest, be integral. Let the Lord bless the works of your hands, and continue to be a blessing to so many other people, guys. All right? Listen, guys, as we often say on Monday nights, I like to say it on Midday Mondays too, to the Midday Monday crew. Be sober, be vigilant, because our adversary, the devil, is walking about as a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. But we choose to dwell in the secret place of the Most High, so we can abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Hey, listen, guys, I want you to know that I love you and I'm praying for you till we meet again. Have great customer service. Serve the customer. Make them satisfied. Watch God do great things in your business. All right? This is Mr. Favor. I'm out of here. Peace.